Oops. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, Gary. You know.
Hey, Adrena. Y'all, I went to Africa.
Excuse me.
How was that?
It's crazy. Like, I'm posting my content. Like, in like a week, I did the Isley Brothers, and then Busta Rhymes called me at like 6:30 in the morning and was like, "Can you get to Africa on the flight tonight?"
Okay. Look at you. In demand.
Oh man.
Where'd y'all go? Which part?
Joburg.
Nice.
Johannesburg.
Dope.
All right.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That's a big flex. I love to hear that.
Yeah. Huge flex. How about that?
Thanks, y'all.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I got to get to South Africa myself. I cannot wait. I know you enjoyed.
Oh my goodness. It was amazing. Like, I went as a child, but to go as an adult and then in this type of capacity, it was insane.
I mean,
great.
Busta hit your line. Like, that's, yeah, Noelle has the biggest flexes.
Yeah, she did. That was a big flex.
Noelle has the biggest flexes. Love that.
Thank you. Thank you, friend.
2 more minutes and we're going to get this thing started. And it's actually probably better to have this conversation I want to have amongst the small group anyway. So I ain't really
Nice.
much that. But yeah, 2 more minutes and we're going to get started. Shout out to everybody who did jump on again. It was on me. I was late. I was having some phone issues.
You sound a little muffled.
Restarting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like my phone, I don't know, it did some weird shit. So I was having to restart the phone, crank it up, cut it off, cut it back on. It was, I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know.
Should you make Gary a moderator in case your phone drop out?
Oh, what? He's so smart.
That's why I called her, you know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's right.
Mm-hmm. Just in case.
Yeah, that's in case. I'm going to walk out of my house in a second anyway, so like, hopefully that helps. Maybe it's me being a I don't know. I guess we'll find out very, 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 very shortly what the deal is. 1 more minute, guys, and we're going to get started. So, okay. Isaac, what up?
What's up, my guy?
Not much, man. Not much. All right, 10:25. Funny, you popped up right when we.
Did y'all update y'all app, though? Did Gary update the app? Probably not. See?
We need to update.
You didn't even read my text. It's okay. You didn't even read my messages this morning. That's what I said. You didn't even read the messages.
I was cutting my phone on and off, trying to get it to right. I figured you was just hitting me to say, hey, man, jump on the call.
No. So, Watch Party is out. So the functionality where you can pin a video to the top of the room is out. So you should probably restart the room and update your app. And then start the room over. So then if you want to show a video at the top of the room, you can show a video at the top of a YouTube video. Just a YouTube link for now. But other links will be coming. But it's really dope. But you don't have to do it. You can do it afterwards. But if you look in the hallway, everybody's doing watch parties right now.
Oh, shit. What they watching?
All kinds of stuff. All kinds of content.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah. They watching like Nola cooking. Somebody's watching cooking. Somebody watching sports highlights. It's all kinds of stuff. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, I appreciate y'all jumping on. It is on me. I was very, very late this morning because I was having some phone issues. I had to kind of get my life together, so apologies. That's why we are late today, but it's actually a great call to have a great situation to happen because we keep this kind of small. And we're already essentially would have been at the midpoint of our call, so I can go ahead and start taking questions, answers, answering questions, taking questions, getting in the chat room, the whole nine. What I wanted to talk about today was this call. We talk about marketing everything under the sun on this call, but week to week, we never really discussed this particular call. I then jumped off. I really wanted to get some, any other update from fan base, but maybe that was the update with the watch party thing. So we will tap in with that shortly. But what I want to talk about is with you guys on this call. I got a lot of regulars riding down here. I see Ramona, I see Queen Mo, I see Hardman, I see a lot of folks who jump on this call on a regular basis. Of course, everybody on your stage. What up, Mel? But I want to talk about growing this call. It's been suggested to me 1,000,001 times about charging for the room. There was a reason I never did it. I still don't really want to do that.
It's on the low.
Uh-oh.
There you go.
Yep, there you go. I was in the seat. See what I'm talking about? That's what's been going on. But, we've talked about, a lot of shit in the way of, like, what I should do with this call, how I should grow it, should I charge for it, should I, put it behind a paywall, all these different things. But I want to hear from you guys directly. Solo, what up, man? I see you down at the bottom. I want to talk to you guys directly. And we can start with the people on the stage, but I just want to hear, you put it in chat, you can raise your hand, you put the stage. I want to know how you guys think we as a community should go to talk. This ain't about me. I don't want this to turn into, I should Nick. Nick's thing will become big because this really was never meant to be a thing about me. It's like a community conversations to have. And I just kind of ended up being the de facto host of it or the curator of the call. But, I really want to know what you guys as a community. Put it in the chat, raise your hand, come up to the stage for what do y'all think?
Yeah, so if anybody has any thoughts or suggestions on how we can, what we can do with the room, how we can showcase, add more equity, et cetera, definitely raise your hands. I see you, Darlene. Invite you to the stage. Mel, invite you to the stage.
I think the update with the watch party, I think that can grow the room tremendously, adding another visual.
Yeah, adding another visual element.
Yeah. It's a different medium, as we got the chat room, started to see things grow more, and especially with engagement, the chat room made that possible. And now I think with this watch party update, we'd be able to see more and be able to market more through a visual medium as opposed to just audio.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I agree. I love the watch party. And so anytime we're like, especially when y'all talk about Atlanta stuff, this happened in Atlanta. Okay, I'm 4 or 6 hours away. So that'll be so dope to literally see what happened, what exactly you guys are talking about when you're talking about specific people. I know Isaac talks about what that room or that place that y'all guys go to all the time. Just seeing exactly what you guys are talking about, I feel like we just make it so much more dynamic, and we can be more included in y'all Atlanta conversations.
Love that.
Yeah.
Welcome to the stage, Darlene. What would you want to add to the conversation? What do you think we can do to add equity to the room?
In regards to adding a paywall or leaving it free, it seems like if you did a hybrid, because I'd pay for behind the wall, okay? Because a lot of times I get on here and I listen, and people don't stay on subject. It's all over the place. If you're paying for something, you expect to get exactly what you're paying for, and maybe do a free one maybe once a month, so that you don't lose your following. But that's my take as far, because a lot of times I just sit and listen because people never stay on topic.
Cool.
I'm with you on that. You ain't wrong about that at all. I agree. Gary, anybody who's been on this call long enough, y'all know we've toyed around with like the timing. We've talked about, not doing it at 10 o'clock in the morning on a Monday, or maybe we do it at 10 o'clock in the morning on a Monday, but then we also turn around and do it again Monday night or Wednesday night or something like that, because there are a lot of people on the West Coast that want to listen. So 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time may not be the optimum time frame. And we know that might be the case anyway, because we've been in situations where we see like we'll start off with maybe 50, 60 people on the call. But then at 10:30, 10:40, it's 100 some odd people on the call. So that means right there, maybe we should start the call 30 minutes later. I don't know. At least that's what the numbers are saying, right? That's kind of our inflection point. Around 10:30, 10:35, the number is damn near double. So that's an option. I mean, that is something that we've toyed around. But like I said, I'm all ears. I just want to hear from you guys. I'll talk enough on these calls.
All right. Let me 1 second. Mel, welcome to the stage. Tell us where you're calling from real quick, and what would you like to add to the conversation? Then we'll get you Noel.
Yeah. Good morning, everybody. I'm calling from Jersey. I think one of the greatest tools that can be utilized from these Monday morning marketing meetings is kind of, I don't know if everybody would have to make it known to people that the meetings would be recorded, but to be able to showcase some of the great points that come out of these conversations on like Flix or YouTube or any of the other platforms, I think that would help people to understand how great of a situation and platform and, discourse this is that takes place every Monday. Kudos to y'all.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, bro. For sure. Yeah, we've been toying around with like some post-call content. Again, I think, okay, well, let me say 2 things. I curated this call and created this call, during the pandemic, 2020. Grown to what it's grown to. Gary has been somebody who's been on from early on, so he helps me keep track of like numbers or whatnot. But I'll be honest with you, with me having a full-time gig, being a parent to 4 daughters, having my own, life, being in relationships, the whole shit. It's being the one-man band sometimes can be overwhelming. So I will say that I think AI is going to be a big part of what we do moving forward in terms of being able to create that content without taking up my entire day to do so, or without necessarily, or even possibly hiring somebody who can say, hey, look, man, these are the points that were made on the call. These are things that stood out. Let's make a little graphic to kind of show 5, 6 points really, really stood out. Here's a graphic that we can use to promote and kind of keep the conversation going. So those are things I am toying around with. But I will take, and I do want to say this to everybody on this call. Feel free to shit on me on this call. This ain't personal to me, but if you like, hey man, if you did this or you tried that or you need to take more of this, less of this, I'm all for it, because for me, I just want the community to grow. So if it's a shortcoming on my end, please let me know. But I will, like I said, it can be overwhelming at times to be like, shit, got to do the call and then keep up with the analytics and then do the content and then make a video about the content and do the thing. You guys know how it is. So, that's just me throwing out why certain things may not have been done. I may need one of you guys to take it on.
Yeah, you make a full-time content creator.
Yeah.
Nick, we had a call, we had a room maybe last week where they voted for the top 50 creators on the app, and you were one of them. I feel like if you were more visible, right? Like if you was in that room and like was there to, accept it, and I definitely get the content creator thing. Like it's super hard, but maybe if you did more things on the app, not just on Monday, so other people know that you have the Monday thing going on.
I'm with that.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that.
I was going to say, remember when we did the book club? That was a branch off of a topic from the Monday marketing meeting. What about that? Like, as Scott was saying, expanding your visibility and presence throughout the week, but your presence just doesn't necessarily have to be you, the person, as opposed to you, the brand. And that extends to that could extend to the regulars to kind of take that weight off of you, but to still give our audience that option to, you know, be on that journey with us. Okay, we were talking about this book when we did Outliers, but because it was too much, we weren't able to continue. But I think that that's also something that could grab another audience that may not be able to make it on Monday, or maybe more interested in those type of details.
I love it. Thank you.
Hey, I jumped in.
Love.
Lay out a schedule and plan the topics. Like, you know, there's usually 4 Mondays in a month. If you could lay out a month and then maybe like 3 of them are set and then one of them is, you know, current happenings, you know, type subject, rather than to just kind of, you know, something that happened last night and make it the hot topic.
Networking and relationships that you have, and wondered if you've ever brought them on and interviewed them. But then when it comes to putting something behind a paywall, if you had like a master class level, like a workshop where people are going to be getting, like, you already do this, but if people could walk away with like 3 solid key points or something, that would be something I would be happy to pay for, if it was like a master class where I'm learning about something that has something to do with marketing that's very specific. And then the last thing.
Yeah, that's what I needed to hear. Somebody was like, hey, look, for 100 Hearts, I'm with that. Because, I mean, like I said, I think this room only grows, you know, with the help of, you know, everybody up here, right? Like I said, I'm willing to tell you, and I've been saying, hey, it's one man trying to do it all. And this is not my, unfortunately, the Monday morning marketing meeting isn't my full-time gig, you know what I'm saying? So I do 10,000 other things. So yeah, having some more help. And again, remember, this call grew because it started with 10 people. It just it landed on me, and I ended up being in this role that I'm in. But it was 10 people who were originally on this call talking week to week. Dean, Jason, a few others that are unfortunately not on right now, and it grew to what it grew to, and then we moved it over here. So yeah, it might need to be a new team of 10 or 5 that's like, all right, cool, I take the notes, I do the graphics, you do this, you do that, and then we kind of grow it that way. I think it'll be a team effort. I'm down to invest in the team and down to do what I need to do, to help grow it within reason, of course. But that's why I wanted to have this call. I really wanted to hear from you guys, like, what is it that's going to help you get the most out of it? I mean, keep in mind, we've been doing this call on Fanbase. Gary, has it been 2 years?
Yeah.
It's been 2 years, right, Gary?
It's been 2 years.
Anywhere from 60, 70 to 150 some odd people on the call at one time for 2 years. So I know we got something special. This isn't successful unless we have 500 people on the call. I don't care about that number or that metric, but I do know that, there are ways to be more effective to people.
More
current.
More available.
That's why I wanted to ask
Queen Mo, welcome to the.
Other experts said but you can have 2 different spaces, and you can have by adding a group, and just coming in maybe once or twice, like Dwayne said. So I think all these ideas land, but what we continue on, if you love a space, share a space. That's it.
Thank you for that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely one of our long-time OG listeners.
For sure.
Appreciate you.
Everybody, I definitely tune in because it's informative. I mean, it's interesting. The characters. There's a visual element to it because we already know it really takes.
Oh, Adrena, yes.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I don't know if over the almost 3 years I've been, but that could be, a good helpful means of spreading the word and all that. For you, Nick, because of course it's your room, and then of course someone like me, and others will share such a video where, you just about the goodness of Monday morning, Nick. I know. So it sounds more grand, but not.
And you got a.
Thank you.
She got a crazy video that I seen where y'all were doing the Atlanta shit. Y'all had the Fila outfit song. I love that video, Kiki.
Yeah.
So you're always dope at what that, you're dope at what you do. So
yeah, man. But I heard the question, and I definitely agree with Adrena. I feel like Nick, if you utilize your platform, but if you actually just came on camera and talked about it like before Monday, I promise you, rising it or just like the attention span is like really short.
Hey, listen.
A
few people have said that, so I know that's clearly what I need to do. So thank you for that. Yeah, a few people have mentioned that. So I'm sorry, guys. I will get on camera more, and I will make sure I brush my hair, brush my teeth before I jump on, so I don't embarrass us.
Let them see the baby.
Yeah,
But that work for you, man.
The interviews that Danny mentioned, that could be your locked rooms. Like, I think it is important for people to, like, progress in their brand. And
Thursdays for a coalition of artists, we kind of treat it like a podcast because, like you said, niggas are busy, right? And it's everything that you're doing is a one-man band. So with regards to, like, it would be, like you said, the locked room where, someone's booking those guests for you. Someone's opening the room for you. So that way all you got to do is jump on your phone. You ain't got to jump on, open the room, label the room. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what, the producer, quote unquote producer, would be doing, like, if it were a podcast. So, it's like the homie was saying, just, put your board of directors to work or let them elect themselves. And, like, people who say they will help, like, delegation and self-care.
Because, I'm not opposed to the idea. It's an idea I've kicked around for a long time. But I do want to know, like, a consensus from the room. You can raise your hands or put it in the chat, use whatever. Do y'all more my personal preference? I just always assumed the calls worked better when come on the stage, add their 2 cents, and it was kind of a group convo. My assumption was that was probably the preference for an audio room, because I'll be honest, when I used to be on Clubhouse and I would go on and there would be the same news on this, where it's just like me talking to one person or a certain couple of people, or would y'all?
There would still be like a featured person. We've only done it twice, I think.
I like this format, but I do remember when you brought, when we did have a couple featured speakers, really speak for like the first 5-10 minutes and then extend into the group discussion and then open the room so that I can kind of cover every part if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, I agree with that. I like this form.
And this is me. When I would be on, other apps, and I would hear the conversation, I'm like, damn, I kind of want to say something, or I want to ask a question, or I want to be a part of the conversation. And there was really no opportunity to do so because you're just kind of just there listening. But I know everybody don't want to talk. Some of y'all might love that.
What if you guaranteed the guest the first question? And that way they're featured in with the group as opposed to splitting them up.
Gotcha. I'm with that. Maybe once a month, or I see a lot of people in the chat saying that is the thing that goes behind the paywall, right? The interview. If I go call Pinky from Slutty Vegan, if I go call Fawn Weaver from, Uncle Nearest, or if I reach out to, Kenny or anybody else and say, all right, cool, I want to win some more points or have some ideas, I'm all ears. This call was specifically meant to get as much feedback as possible on the call, because I really want to start implementing this next week. Like next Monday, I want the call to, I'll do the video to introduce the topic. I'll try to get the graphic to do the thing. Who was that? I know, like Mel got his hand up. I don't know if Mel want to come back up. Who was the person? It was Danny Marie, right? Wasn't she the one that said that she would do it for 100 likes? Wasn't that her?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
That's exactly what I wanted to talk about. I feel like we have a special moment right now in terms of fan base's timeline. Like people, like what Danny just said, somebody being willing to take notes for 100 hearts, which amounts to 50 cents. I find that is incredible, but it's also not, unprecedented in terms of the precedent here on the app. And I feel like all of us, should take that opportunity to utilize each other's skill sets much, much, much more often by way of putting hearts out there. Like it should be, I feel like one of the issues in terms of people's first introduction to fan base is a lot of them come here with the expectation that, everybody's throwing loves around once they understand the monetization system. But then they get discouraged when they see that, all of us who were here, it was commonplace that people are coming around, throwing 1,000 likes, whatever the case may be. I think that would contribute to the app in a huge way in the short term.
So that when people come on stage, they're like, oh shit, okay, gotcha. I got up there and I said my piece. Walked away with 5 loves. I was only on stage for 30 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it kind of makes you feel like, shit, let me say something else. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a sports guy, so I don't know how many guys on here watch ESPN and watch, not Pardon the Interruption. What's the shit that comes on before, Tambo show with Tony Allen. And every time they get, they make a point, he throws them points. There's no real point system. It doesn't make any there's no rhyme or reason. Sometimes some shit gets 1 point, some shit get 10 points. But for me, it's just like, how can I encourage and incentivize y'all to come up and be a part of the conversation? Because I do know for a fact that it don't work with Nick up here talking for an hour. That doesn't work. Definitely not week to week.
Which never happens.
Okay, I was just going to say you have a fire team, a lot of hands on deck. And I did message you so you can see exactly what I'm talking about and how I have created my newsletter around repurposing content in my space, and I'm happy to.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for that.
Blessings to the room.
All right. We got
to give everybody loves in my room because I'm at a point in my build where I'm getting a lot of random new loves to everybody so they can actually understand what the build is. I direct them toward people in rooms that I know do the same thing, so they don't end up in these rooms or amongst these people that don't invest in the economy. Another thing is I find that people buy loves and they give them out, and the energy. I invite you to DM me because there are people on the app that don't participate in the loves. They will not buy any loves because they think it's scam or they think it's no communicate on the same level. And we do some of the same things, and we do implement the.
If not today, tomorrow for sure. Do want to go ahead and, like I said, I want to start implementing these things. I think if the room feels like it can grow from doing these things, it's a group effort. You know what I'm saying?
Let me say something real quick for you. Nostalgic as hell. So I did want to say that.
I have an affinity for intimate spaces. You know what I'm saying? Like as much as I love, like I said, that's why I'm not caught up on the numbers. I don't never want anybody to feel like I'm chasing numbers. I like it when it's small like this because everybody can get up here and talk. Yeah. I like that. I appreciate that shit. I'm like, I love a good big church, but I like a small one is always nice too because or I love seeing Beyonce at the State Farm Arena, but I would love to see her at Apache Cafe. You know what I'm saying? Where it's super intimate because you can have that one-on-one with people. So, for me, it's always been that.
And then the one last suggestion I was going to make was that, we take one Monday a month and just all right, whoever has a business, come up here, market your business. You know what I'm saying? Like a open market type shit, Tell us what you do. How can we support you? How can we give you a little bit of marketing, genius advice real quick? And then, we could just, like a small showcase of whoever's in the audience that got something going on.
I definitely want to do that. Now, that is something I 1,000% want to do. I want to figure out how to integrate that into our regular calls. I don't know if it's maybe that time from 11 to 11:05 while we're waiting on the room to fill up. Maybe that's the time frame that we use to kind of let people come up and introduce their businesses, early on, so that it doesn't necessarily cut into the conversation, but it does give people that forum. So I'm definitely with that. I do 1,000% want to support everybody else that's on this app that gets on these calls, because again, like I say, I'm always trying to deflect the attention away from me, because it's not about the Nick Love show. I could have easily named this shit the Nick Love Hour, but it's Monday morning marketing meeting, because it's about marketing and about, what I'm saying, us all kind of growing and learning together. So that is my ultimate, that's my heart's desire right there, is to kind of help everybody else build upon the community that we got here, and then maybe we take, if we can all come offline and support each other with, some shit, or do some offline events, I'm super with that too. So, so we're going to get this thing figured out. There's a new fan base office. I got to rap with Isaac about that, while possibly doing something in office here in Atlanta, maybe, putting this thing on the road. I know we've discussed this with A3C. We've had a few people reach out to me about, hey, doing something at some of these music conferences or some of these business conferences. So the word is out. People do want the Monday morning marketing meeting to come to wherever they are. So, that is something that we're going to kind of forge ahead with. So I appreciate y'all. It's 11:05. I'm going to release you guys to your day. And we just rock out like that, man. So I appreciate y'all. We do this call every single Monday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell a friend. We'll be back next week.
Nick, I'm going to hit you offline.
Please.
Will do.
All right now.
Peace,
Later. Peace.